Hey guys, it's Bhavin here. I welcome you to another very interesting videos about the ways to invest in mutual fund, whether it's a lump sum or SIP. So let's get started. Okay, so let's say I love gulab jamun. Yeah, I'm dying to eat it. Right. So, but I can't make up my mind whether I should eat gulab jamun in one go, like if I just need to pick one piece and eat it, or I should chop it up gulab jamun in small different pieces and eat them one by one. So investing in the lump sum or SIP is the same thing. So investing in the lump sum is when you eat gulab jamun in one go. So when you have a lump sum money, you invest the money in one go, or whether you have a regular income stream, and you decide to invest 1,000 rupees every month or every quarter or whatever. So that's the systematic investment plan. So we'll we will talk in this video, which way is better for you depending on your circumstances and which way is better depending on the market. Okay, so the question arises, if there is two ways to invest in stock market, which one is better for you? You know. So let me break it down the question into two different scenarios. So the scenario one, if the market is going up, if the market is in a bull run, then you should invest in lump sum because there is a high probability that the next time when you come to invest, the prices would have gone up because the market is going up. So in that case, we can say that if the market is going up, then you should be better off investing in a lump sum amount, because you can benefit greatly by the rising valuation of the equity. So on the other scenario, if the market is in a downward sloping scenario, so if the market is going down, then it's actually better for you to invest through SIP. The reason why I'm saying this is that you can actually average out your investment. So for an example, if price today at your first installment of SIP is 100 rupees, per unit, so NAV is 100 rupees. And the second time when you, on the second investment of your SIP, the price is 80 rupees, So on an average, it costs you 90 rupees. So 100 plus 80 divided by 2. So on average, it costs you a unit of the mutual fund, it costs you 90 rupees. So this is what I mean, when the market is downward, when the market is a bear market, the SIP would be beneficial for you more. Okay, so let's understand by this example, right? So I've included, this is the imaginary mutual fund. So this is not actually a real mutual fund prices. This is just for the example. In this example, we are investing 10,000 rupees every month over 12 months, right? So this is the NAV on the given date, or you can see it's fluctuating. It's not actually the same NAV every month. So the benefit is in the volatile market, when you investing in mutual fund, you don't have to time the market, right? Which is very hard to do. Even a seasonal investor, he cannot time the market every time, or even most of the time, because it's one of the hardest thing to do. No one knows where the market's going to go. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. So in general, if you invest through a systematic investment plan, you are averaging your cost of buying mutual fund over a period of time. So we can clearly see in this example what happens is, in January 2024, if you invested $10,000, you would have paid at 100 rupees per mutual fund, and for 10,000 rupees, you might have purchased 100 mutual fund. In February, you can see the NAV has dropped, so you purchased 120 mutual funds with the same amount of money. In April, you can see the NAV has actually gone up. So you purchased almost 91 mutual fund. So on an average, so in altogether, at the end of the year, you purchased 1275 mutual fund units, right? And you invested almost you invested 1,20,000 rupees, right? So the average NAV for you is almost 94 rupees, which is very good because you didn't have to do nothing. You didn't actually have to time the market. You just keep investing money systematically into the market, and your average cost of buying mutual fund is way less than what the maximum is. It's actually not 85, which is the lowest point. But again, you cannot time the market. No one can time the market, and this is actually very better outcome for you. Okay, so now let's say that you're investing a lump sum amount. Let's say you're investing in January 2024, 1,20,000 rupees. Yeah, in that case, an NAV for you would be 100 because the NAV in January is 100. Okay. So we can clearly see, in the SIP, it did average out, so the NAV for us was 94 and in lump sum is 100, Let's say we were extremely lucky to time the market and we bought mutual funds in February. In that case, we were lucky, it's pure luck because no one can time the market. In that case, we did pretty good. We bought 1,500 units of our mutual funds. Let's say we didn't time the market properly and we end up buying mutual fund in April. In that case, we did extremely poor. We backed only 1,100, almost 1,100 units, which is way less than SIP average. So we can clearly see, the SIP is actually stands out in these two scenarios, Okay, so we discussed two different ways of investment in mutual fund and stocks. Let me discuss some benefits, of SIP and lump sum. So one of the benefit which stands out in SIP is the rupee cost averaging. Alright. So what I mean by rupee cost averaging is that when you actually purchase mutual fund through SIP, you tend to average the price of your mutual fund over a period of time because you're buying at a different price level, So on an average, you're buying at an average cost, not a high cost, not a low cost, So it's at the average level, So which is one of the benefit of buying through a SIP, systematic investment plan, because you're not paying too high, you're not paying too low, you're at the average cost, The second and the most important benefit of SIP is that it actually makes you a disciplined investor. What I mean by disciplined investor is that because you have to make purchases at a certain level of time, you actually start to budget your cost, or cost of living or things like that, your expenses and things like this, So yeah, it gives you a habit of saving, and investing and budgeting and things like this. So it's actually one of the best, one of the most important benefit of SIP, because without that discipline, you can never actually achieve the financial independence you desire. The third benefit is the flexibility. The SIP is not a commitment for life, is not a liability, so you can actually modify, stop or pause your SIP at any time. So it's not that you have to you're committed and now you can't change, it's not like that. So it's very flexible. You can actually modify, stop or pause SIP at any time. Okay, so now let's talk about some benefits of lump sum investing. Alright, so one of the benefits which stands out immediately is the convenience, because let's say you sold a house and you are sitting on a large amount of money, in your bank account, or let's say you got a bonus and you're sitting on a large amount of money, you know. So in that case, it's very convenient to invest that money, in one go, rather than going through systematic investment plan. You can just take that money and invest in one go. So it's very convenient. Yeah. Also, is potentially will give you a higher return in a rising market. So if market goes up steadily after you invest, you will benefit from the full growth. Imagine in a higher market, you go through if you're sitting on the large amount of money and you go through systematic investment plan, the next time you go invest, the prices would be higher. So that's what I mean, in the potential rising market, it will give you a higher return, So yeah, these are the benefits of investing in a large lump sum amount. So in this video, we discussed the lump sum method and the SIP method of investing. I hope you really like this video. We tried to give you the full explanation of both the scenarios, which way is better for you and which way can actually make you good returns over time. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe. It actually helps me motivate to make more videos, and I'll see you again in the future. Till then, see you. Have a good day.